The transfer saga around Sven Botman has finally concluded with Newcastle United managing to beat out AC Milan for the signature of the young Dutch central defender in Sven Botman. And this deal is absolutely tremendous for Newcastle United on so many different fronts that we're going to be breaking down. But it is incredible the fact that they managed to beat out AC Milan for the signature of Sven Botman. As AC Milan were looking like the front runners, a team that was clearly going to sign Sven Botman, but Newcastle United has completely flipped this and gotten a here we go for Sven Botman. And this deal is truly a statement signing for the new owners. This isn't a deal like a Matt Targett or a Dan Burn, a guy who is just taking a step up in the Premier League and a English player who is very experienced in the league. This is a young up-and-coming top talent in the world of football at central defender. They're not just signing a player for now to help them move up the standings. This is a player in Sven Botman who's going to be there for years to come. Sven Botman is truly a brilliant center back, and personally for me, I would have had him at Manchester United any day of the week. But I know people are throwing out different things here, like Sven Botman isn't the quickest defender. He's a bit slower. Yes, he may be a bit on the slower side of things, but he's not that slow. He's a bit physical still too. But he's going to perfectly suit into this Eddie Howe style of football. One thing, if you still want to like really throw the devil's advocate there for the pace, it is hard to do so. Because you look at a guy like Thiago Silva still in the Premier League. Yes, you could say that. Of course, Sven Botman doesn't have the tactical nous, the reading of the game that Thiago Silva does have, but Sven Botman is still a brilliant defender. We're talking about a guy who's at the age of 22, playing for the Dutch national side along the likes of Van Dijk, Jurrien Timber, and other quality central defenders. And a guy who has come off winning the league over PSG, overthrowing them with Christophe Galtier. This is a brilliant defender we're talking about here in Sven Botman. They're not just getting some run-of-the-mill defender. This is a quality player. But one thing I have to talk about here at the early part of this video is the fact that Newcastle United weren't just fending him off from some other small side, like a Marseille. I'm not saying Marseille are small, but they weren't just fending him off from a team that's trying to go up there and just play for European football. They won the race for Sven Botman against AC Milan. It is crazy to think that Newcastle United were able to sign a player who was heavily linked to AC Milan and to win that battle. That is absolutely mad, because AC Milan are not just a team who is, yes, bouncing up and down European football. This is a team that just come off winning the Scudetto, running the Serie A and playing incredibly good football and grinding out results. And we all know the history of the AC Milan back line, the center backs they've had at the club, Nesta, the likes of so many other different quality center backs there. And Sven Botman could have just gone on and been one of those and just continued this great run that AC Milan are going to continue to build. And they're a world footballing giant. And the fact that Newcastle United have gotten him over AC Milan is absolutely mind-blowing. And if you want to dip into the signing really here, guys, it has been reported by Fabrizio Romano. The paperworks have been signed and have been done tonight between Newcastle United and Los Lille for Sven Botman. And this is the thing, it has been given the here we go by Fabrizio. That is when you know everything is done and when he will never stick his head in line for that. Full agreement confirmed for 37 million euros with add-ons. This is a brilliant deal, guys. For 37 million, this is fantastic. And which Fabrizio even goes on to say, this is after 3 times that their bids were turned down in January. And it's crazy that Newcastle were able to somehow swing this and bring this all back around and manage to get him back in the club, because it was looking like back in the winter that they weren't going to get him, because you could see so many bids were getting turned down and that he didn't really want to come to Newcastle. You could see that he wanted to, but it was just the pricing wasn't right, and it was crazy. When you see the 3 bids go down, it doesn't look good for the club, and it doesn't look like good that they're going to get that center back. But just getting Sven Botman is so huge that it's even hard to explain at some points, because it's not just a signing like a Dan Burn, like I said, or a Matt Targett. This is a huge statement signing. This is like bringing in Bruno Guimaraes. These are big-name players, young, talented footballing players who are going to be with the side for many years to come. They're not just a stopgap or a player to help them in the next year or two in transition. This is a player that's going to be there for the foreseeable future. And what Sven Botman will bring you, he does bring you goals from center back, don't get me wrong. He is quality at doing that. But he is brilliant at completing passes and moving the ball out of the back line. He is great at those progressive passes out of the back, completing 89% of his passes, which puts him in the 77th percentile. Yes, it's not the highest, but still being able to complete 89% of your passes as a center back, whether that's hitting it long or playing it short, is very quality. And of course, we know as Eddie Howe used to manage AFC Bournemouth, it is so cool and so fitting that he's gone out and signed a Dutch center back. As we all know, Nathan Ake was such a vital part of what Eddie Howe did at AFC Bournemouth. And now he's got his new Dutch defender in Sven Botman. It is so cool and such a coincidence that he's managed to go out there and bring in another Dutch defender. But like I said, he's going to fit in very well with this Eddie Howe system. Eddie Howe plays a beautiful brand of football, and he is slowly building this. And we all knew the defense was the problem for Newcastle United under Steve Bruce and other under managers. And you saw it fall apart in so many times. And now you look at this new Newcastle United back line, and it is completely revamped. You have, since January, this whole back line's been changed, completing the goalkeeper. You have Matt Targett at left back. You have Kieran Trippier at right back. Your two center backs now are Sven Botman and Dan Burn. And now you have a net Nick Pope. This team is almost completely changed. You have Joel Ted in the midfield, Bruno Guimaraes. You have Joe Willock. And up top, you still have St. Maximin. You have like Callum Wilson. And it's just a very good side that's being put together here by Eddie Howe. It's a very intelligent side. They're not going out and splashing crazy amounts of money. And the fact that they managed to get $37 million for Sven Botman is just a great piece of business in my personal opinion. He is a defender who's going to bring you so much. Like I said, even this year he has played in the Champions League, so that does give them some European prowess to go along the likes of Kieran Trippier and Bruno Guimaraes. But he also managed to play 25 matches in Liga this year, tallying 2,200 minutes. But he is a great threat in the air. He did score 3 goals and have an assist for 4 goal contributions as a center back. That is really good and really quality. He is a left-footed center back, which is massive. So you're going to have him suited in at left center back alongside Dan Burn. And I think this is going to be a great partnership in the future. 2 tall men. Sven Botman comes in at 6'4", and of course we know Dan Burn is an absolute tower at the back line. But this Sven Botman signing it's interesting in so many different aspects, like I said, guys, but it's just so cool to see that Newcastle United were able to really swerve his interest and bring him into Newcastle United. And it's not like like I said, they got him over the Scudetto winning AC Milan. It's absolutely mind-boggling to me how they did manage to get Sven Botman, especially after they had those 3 bids turned down in January. It's a brilliant piece of business from Newcastle United, and they are doing it perfectly this summer. Nick Pope, Matt Targett, and next up, Sven Botman. What next for Newcastle United, I am not sure, but I will be definitely keeping my nose to the ground and staying tuned to everything they do. Guys, I hope you're enjoying all the Premier League content in the channel, because that's what we're sticking with. All the best Premier League footy content here on the channel, guys. We're going to be kicking off with some series soon. Like I said, some what's next, some transfers, of course, which we're doing right now, and of course some why videos, which I've been doing, and I hope you guys are enjoying all the content in the Premier League. Make sure to drop a like down below, hit the comments of what you guys think of the new Premier League content on the channel, especially all the thumbnails. But guys, please hit that like button, drop a comment, it means the absolute world to me, and guys, hit that sub button, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace!